I see these mistakes all the time, which is why I am sharing them with you today so that you do not make these mistakes on your yoga YouTube channel. If you are new here, hi, I am Leah and I help yoga teachers grow their yoga YouTube channel so that they can start earning money from their online business. So before we begin, let's take a deep breath. And let's flow into it. Now, first of all, I am going to admit that I have done every single one of these mistakes, and this is why I know that they're mistakes, and I want to share them with you so that you are also not doing these, so that your channel can grow faster. So let's go straight into it, into tip number one, which is make sure that you are using all of the functions on YouTube. Just like Instagram and Facebook, they want people to stay on their platform for longer, which means the more that you use their functions, the more you're keeping people on your channel. Sorry, I'm laughing at Millie. The more that you're keeping people on your channel, and they're going to favor you for that. So what I mean by this is long form content, shorts, the live function. If you have got more subscribers and watch hours, and you can use more functions like membership and the community tab and everything else that they've got on there, try to use as much of this as you can. As an example, every week I will post long form content, short content, and I would use the community tab. Now, if I'm doing a masterclass or something like that, I would also go live on YouTube, and they're going to favor that. The more that you use their functions, the more that they like you, and the more that they are going to push your stuff out to more people, and the more likely you are to get seen. Because maybe people who are searching for yoga, maybe some people love the long form content, so find you through that. Maybe some people love the short content and find you through that. Maybe some people love going live and feeling a live experience, so they find you through that. Okay, once they found you, they can stick with you, and that's when they can keep practicing with you. But if you don't use all of these functions, you might miss out on the people who like short content or who like live content. So it's basically getting more eyeballs onto your channel, and it's going to help your channel to grow. The second tip is to use the best quality that you can. Now, I'm going to admit right now that my camera is on the selfie mode, so I can see myself talking. If you have it on the back camera, the quality is normally better. And if you can put your phone at 4K, again, the quality is going to be even higher. So make sure that you can film with the best quality ever. I don't necessarily do that for these talking videos because I'm close to the camera anyway. But when I'm doing my yoga classes, I will always use the back camera. And if I have enough space, I will use the 4K to give that higher definition. Quality does actually matter on YouTube. And I know that a lot of people will say, not quality, not consistency, quantity over quality. But you also need that quality in there, right? If you look at the bigger YouTubers, Yoga for Adrian, Sarah Beth Yoga, Boho Beautiful, Yoga with Cassandra, they all have amazing quality. People are more likely going to stick to somebody who has higher quality videos than somebody who has really crappy videos. It's just the honest truth. Now, the third thing isn't necessarily to do with growing your yoga YouTube channel, but it is very, very important, and it is a big mistake that I see a lot of yoga teachers making. Make sure that you have an email list, okay? Because YouTube is great, but YouTube is not yours. You've got your own channel, but it's still owned by YouTube. You need to get those people, those students from YouTube into your email list so that they are then your students and you can nurture them. And eventually, if you have any offerings like a membership or courses, you actually have people to sell to. So make sure that in your YouTube video, you are saying something like, click the link in the description to find out more about so-and-so, whatever it is that you teach, or you have something like a freebie, a free meditation without ads, or a free yoga ebook, or something like that, that you can give people in exchange for their email address so that they are then on your email list. And that is how you are going to actually grow your business rather than just your YouTube. Now, the one mistake I did make here is that I kept chopping and changing my offerings. So one thing that I would recommend is just to say, if you want to work with me further, click the link in the description below. because that could mean anything. Whereas if you say, and if you want my 3-week flexibility course, click the link in the description below, and then later on, you don't do that course anymore, that is still in your video. So people are then like, well, where's this course? Do you know what I mean? So you need to have something that can relate to anything, as long as they click the link in the description. The fourth thing is to not copy other yoga teachers. I know that this is a hard one. We look at other yoga teachers, we get inspired, we think, oh my God, that's so beautiful. I love the way that they teach. I want to do that. But what can happen is you can start copying one thing from another teacher, then see somebody else and start doing that, and then see someone else and start doing what they're doing. And before you know it, your content is all over the place and it's a mix of different things. Okay, so try to stick to something that actually works for you and for your lifestyle, okay? Because what I have noticed is a lot of yoga teachers will try to copy something like, I don't know, let's just say Boho Beautiful, this is just an example, where there's beautiful yoga videos outside, she's doing the voiceovers, there's like, you know, the most amazing view. But if you are a stay-at-home mum and you have a child with you all the time, that's going to be pretty hard to do, right? You can't grab your child, take them out to a beautiful location, have them sit there in silence while you're filming a yoga class, then come home, try to do the voiceover while you've got a screaming baby in the background, okay? So make sure that you find something that actually works for you and for your lifestyle. Now, obviously, this could change over time. Like the more that you start recording and you start finding your own flow, make something that's unique to you and try to stick to that. Something that really lights your soul up, because also you have to enjoy it. Because if you don't enjoy it, again, you're not going to stick to it. So try your hardest not to just look at other teachers and start copying what they do. Just try to find your own rhythm. If you are struggling to find out how you are unique or your own particular niche or your own style, then this is something that we do go over in my Yoga YouTubers course. So if that is of interest, the link is in the description below. But let's move on to tip number 5. Now, tip number 5 is the most important, and I'm sorry, it is a boring one, but stick to it. Don't just post a couple videos and then disappear, because you might get students who absolutely love your stuff, and then if you're not around for a while, they're then going to go and find somebody else who is posting consistently and go and practice with them. And then when you eventually bring out a new video, they might have already forgotten who you are. Okay, so YouTube is a long-term game and we really do have to stay consistent with it. And if you struggle to post consistently because you run out of ideas, then don't forget to check out my SEO video, because that one will show you exactly how I find new ideas for classes based on my analytics, which really help to draw new students in based on what they already want. But consistency really is key with YouTube, and it's not an overnight success game, unfortunately. If you are committed to actually becoming a yoga YouTuber, then you want to give yourself at least 2 years, okay? At least 2 years to get this up and running. Then once you have those subscribers and those watch hours, you can actually start earning from your online yoga business. But it isn't a get rich quick scheme, and I'm not here to sell you that, because the long-term game is the game where this actually works for you and your business, and you can actually start making consistent money. So there we have it, the 5 mistakes that I've seen a lot of yoga teachers make and that I personally have already made myself, and I am not doing this anymore. I am sticking to my niche, not copying anybody else, and going by what my audience actually wants. So don't forget, if you want a little bit more help, I've got my Yoga YouTubers course. The link is in the description below. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I will see you next week for some more Yoga YouTubers tips.